Hey, let's reset the conversation for a second. The first time you live with the RP-8060FA II, it doesn't feel like you upgraded speakers. It feels like you finally stopped flattening sound into a box in front of you. This is for you if you already know what good audio sounds like, and you're tired of pretending your current setup delivers the full picture. Before you get too far, check the current price and stock. Systems like this don't sit quietly in the market, and waiting usually means compromising later. You didn't arrive here because your old speakers were bad. They were fine. That's the problem. You noticed it during big moments. Explosions that felt wide but not dull. Rain scenes that sounded impressive but never surrounded you. Music that played clearly, yet never lifted off the floor. You realized the missing piece wasn't volume or bass. It was dimension. The shift after bringing these into your space is immediate in a way that's hard to explain until you feel it. Sound no longer feels glued to the front wall. Effects rise naturally. Atmos doesn't announce itself, it simply exists. You stop thinking about where speakers are placed and start noticing how the room itself feels alive. Picture how this fits into your real evenings. Movie nights where sound wraps upward and outward without effort. Games where movement feels physical instead of guessed. Music sessions where vocals float and instruments occupy real space instead of stacking on top of each other. Even casual TV feels elevated because dialogue locks in while everything else breathes around it. If this idea is already pulling at you, don't wait for stock gaps or sudden price jumps. This category moves quietly until it doesn't. You might hesitate, wondering if built-in elevation speakers are more than you need. That doubt fades once you realize how clean and integrated the experience feels. The surprise isn't spectacle. It's cohesion. Nothing feels bolted on. Everything works together as one system instead of separate parts fighting for attention. Here's something you don't expect. You stop chasing upgrades. You stop rearranging speakers. You stop wondering if your room is the problem. There's a deep sense of ownership pride when you realize your setup finally sounds the way you always imagined it should. You feel different when you own something built with this level of intent. Your movies feel tall and immersive. Your games feel directional and convincing. Your music feels spacious and natural. Your room feels acoustically complete. Your setup finally feels deliberate. Yes, they deserve space to perform properly. And yes, they reward thoughtful placement. But eventually, the comparison loop ends. Every time you look at simpler options, you already hear what they can't give you. Don't let this turn into one of those upgrades you delay and later regret when you realize you were already ready. Check the availability, trust what your ears have been asking for, and choose the speakers that finally let sound exist in 3 dimensions instead of 2.